adulthood.
Ooh.
I know, right? Things they never tell us about adulthood, guys. Like things they never warn us at all.
Back then at home, you wouldn't shower the washing soap. You're like, that is for washing.
I know, right?
And you
You're
even got like, Mom, soap
is
is done. You're like, soap is done, Mom.
But here
and
you
your
are
mom
in
is
your
like, you
house.
can't use the washing. Like, Mommy, no. And you even put on a tantrum. It's like,
That reminds us that adulthood will humble you.
It
Whether
does.
you love it or
Or
not,
not.
it will humble you. Over you. Hey loves, welcome to the Ishagi Shan's Experience, a podcast where we talk about authentic conversations around life. With me, your host Shan, and a beautiful guest once in a while. So today we have our lovely, beautiful, the one and only.
Hi, guys. I'm so happy to be part of this today. I hope you guys are going to have fun with us.
Oh, yes.
My name is Josephine, and I'm happy to be hosted by Shan today.
Oh wow! I can't wait for us to have a beautiful experience today. So we're going to have different episodes, which we shall be calling experiences. So for our experience one today, we're going to be talking about adulthood.
Ooh.
I know, right? Things they never tell us about adulthood, guys. Like things they never warn us at all. With our one and only Josephine. We hope you guys will love. So Josephine, darling.
Yeah.
How has your experience been like
Oh, God.
as an adult?
Do we have tissue?
I know, right? Because we might need to start crying.
Because serious,
Yeah.
adulthood is not easy.
Yeah.
We were not warned about some things.
That's
You just bump into them. You're like, oh, this one is. I'm supposed to be an adult now.
You know, right?
Like, growing up, you're like, oh, I want to leave home. I'm tired of home. You guys, I'm
You
tired
know?
of you guys. I want to leave home.
That's
You're like,
so
I can't
true.
wait to go. I have my own house. I can open for myself. No rules, no washing dishes, like no anything, no curfew.
You know?
And then,
And then now immediately you leave home.
you're like, okay, let me look for a house. You're all happy, like hyped.
I
Like,
know,
oh my God,
right?
I have to look for a broker. You get a broker, then you get a house.
First thing you enter into the house.
When you enter into the house, you're like, okay, this house, I need to design my house. It has to be better like home. Like, okay, the first thing is curtains.
You guys, curtains.
Wow.
Like no one warned us about the prices of curtains. I don't know if you guys relate. Damn, curtains are so expensive. How did you go about that?
Oh my God. So excited. I get my car 100K. And I'm like, okay, this money is set up for curtains.
You know?
I wake up in the morning so happy. I'm like, I'm going to go downtown, look for curtains. So I reach Chiembe. I'm like, I meet some different ladies. I'm like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
looking for curtains. The lady's like, okay, which curtains? I'm like, house curtains. You're like,
Yeah, the ones that have rods, the one that
yeah,
has
the
a
beautiful
curtain.
ones.
You
Even
know,
come
right?
with something like
A picture.
of what
Yeah,
you
that's
love.
true. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, curtains. Now here what we do, we measure in meters. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay, meters, what are meters? Like it's
You
something
know-
new to you.
I
Like,
know,
what is
right?
meters?
Yeah, that's so
And like,
true.
it's like, oh, a meter is this and this. And you're like, oh, and like, that is like, okay, how many windows or doors do you have,
Do you have in your house?
You're like, I think I have like 4. And there's a kitchen, like there's a bathroom,
And
a
there is
sitting room, there's a
a
bedroom, and
you're all feeling like, oh, I have that.
you're happy. Like,
And
it's
the
like,
person says,
okay, if I'm to sum it up, I can do for you at around, let me say, 800. And you're like, 800 shillings?
800 what? 800.
800,000 shillings. Ugandan shillings are like,
You guys.
and then I told us, like, you know what?
I have
a
never
100.
resurrected from the price of
Like,
curtains.
I have
100.
100. It's like,
I think she even laughed like,
she was like, 100, my sister.
100.
Ugenda kuongera kono. And we're like, but they're just curtains.
I know, right? I know, like, they're just curtains. We're like, how did the price of
How?
curtains get this expensive?
like,
Yeah.
Did you guys increase your prices? What are the...
Guys, next time parents should warn us about the prices of curtains for sure. For starters, now after you've gotten the curtains, you're now in the house.
You go home.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay, the next thing is I need chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, chairs. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You go to Pinterest, like, oh, they show you different types.
I
Like, okay, this
know,
is nice.
the
I'm like,
pretty
oh,
ones.
this is I'm a girl. I need something very beautiful, something classy,
You know?
something colorful. Oh, you come with your shit. Like, okay. You go to the furniture store,
Carpenters.
like, but now I'm looking for sofas like this and this. I want them to be velvet, this
Yeah.
color, this color. It's like, okay, how many seaters? And
You're
you're like,
like, was it how many people do? How many? How
and
many
you're
are we
like,
in the house?
I'm like, okay, let me take the gays. Like, oh, we have 6 seaters, we have 5 seaters, we
And
have threes,
7-seaters?
we have everything. So how many are you looking at? And you're like, I think 5 seaters would do for me. Okay, it's like, oh, 5 seaters. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have prices.
I'm already seeing where we're going.
So I was like, oh, prices. In my head, I was like, okay, chairs.
Yeah. I can do with stools for the
Like,
for the
and you're
meantime.
like,
My
300
phone
is
ringing.
300 is
Can it be
okay.
had?
I'm like, 300 is okay. That's my budget that I have. You go with your own budget. You're
I
like, you
know,
just
right?
start like,
Yeah.
you can't go over be like 1 million, like what? So I have my budget of 300. It's like, so the guy tells me, oh, you have 300. Sister, is not just sente mbi,
Yeah.
na ye ogenda kuongerako. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I think I can go go above 350. I can do 350.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes, nyongerako like sente nga meka sente. Ngani nawe etano. So kuongerako etano.
For those of you that don't understand the Italian, it's just 50,000 on top of 300 that she has.
And the guy is like, 50,000.
Koseka stool.
Sister.
You
And,
guys
and, you know,
are-
and they have that language, like they want to attract you to buy it.
Yeah.
It's like, njagala nkwere chintu gwe nawe chikujamu.
Uganda,
You know,
carpenters are all like that. Damn.
oli mwana mulungi
Yeah.
njagala nkole ekintu ekirungi
Ekigenda
ekigenda
okusanyusa.
okusanyusa bw'otuukane mu nju mikwano gigambe nga gundi wazigulawo entebe.
Okitegeera nga nawe ogamba,
So you're also
By the
hyped.
way.
Was like,
I know.
by the way, I want something good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, so how much are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, sister, takulimba okufuna ekintu ekirungi. I think we are going to do around 900. And they're like,
Chichi?
and they're like,
And like 900,000. I don't know how many dollars those are, but damn, that's a lot of money for a couch. For someone that has $250, right? For someone that has just started a livelihood, like just adulting, you're already
I
telling
know.
them to spend 900,000 Ugandan shillings. How? How shall we eat in the house?
and you tell the guy tosobola salako. He's like, I don't want to compromise on the quality and the beauty of something. Like, oli muwala mulungi.
Okitegeera, they keep fronting that
you know,
all the time. Oli mwana
and they're
mulungi.
like-
Wait again, Jobera agenda kwongezaako.
And they're like,
Tagenda kusalirako.
they always said like, and n'omusajja ne wabayingidde ewuwo agambe, this is
Okitegeera.
a classy woman,
Sebo nga wayongeza big.
Yes.
Kati
Like,
finally woba omaliriza okukkiriza
so like, kakati, can I pay in bits?
Yeah, by the way.
Then
'cause
you
you're
ask him like, oh, how long is it going to take? It's like, yeah, I can do it in 1 week. Like, so you're like, okay. So in your head, you're like, you're catching like, where is the 600 going to come from?
Okitegeera.
I'm like, okay.
Oba nkuleyo
Obanko bidani. I think I have this
Money.
X. You're like, there's this X money here.
You
Money.
got-
Like, in adulting, you
I
have
know,
to,
right?
things
You
have to,
yeah, you have to use your mind like very fast. Chap,
the
chap.
math has to math.
Math.
Because if it doesn't math, you
Finish.
don't.
You're going to sleep on the floor.
So I was like, okay, I need, where am I going to get 600? So your brain is now cooking.
At work, yeah.
Like, okay, I think they may give you this 300 that I have because I may use it for other things.
Yeah.
So I give that guy money. And I'm like, okay, at least that step
Yeah.
is
It's done.
covered. Then I'm like, okay, in 1 week, you're sure it's going to be done. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
1 week it's going to be done. You come here and the thing is very nice. And you're still there on the sofas. It's like, kati olaba sister. Your sofa okuvayo bulungi. You need cushions. And you're like,
But I thought the cushions come with
that's
the,
what I
with the
thought.
couch.
That's what I thought. I was like, hey, yeah, you want to get the sofas, I'll get the centerpiece, I'll get the, the
Yeah,
cushions,
the
they all come with
poles,
it.
everything. Yeah.
Guys like, kati sister, ebyo bijja ku price
Auntie
ndala. And
Gladys.
you're like, oh God, like.
I think you were like, you know what? Just stay with your chairs. It's okay. I'm going to start with
So I told the
stools.
guys like, no, it's okay. Let me start with the chairs. the cushions will come later. Okay, it's like, nah, your sister. You know, they have that convincing term. They want money.
Bana kulaba batyanga toyina bukushoni.
Oh, man, tuina buno obuliko. And then he brings you the designs. Like they even have different shades of colors. Like, this will go with this will go with... And he designs for you that sofas are like, wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I told the guys like, kacho bubidi bukola. Guys like, sister.
Kumalayo kaseti. Wetaga busatu.
Like, thank you. To bring out the beauty of the sofas. I'm like, okay. Okay. And you're confident, like, yeah, I'll get them. And it's like, hey, Kali, in 1 week I'll be back.
Yeah.
You're like,
1 week.
You go back.
What time a week your sister calls you?
Now.
Sirina prom outfit.
Leave alone. I have a sister at campus. She'll be like, hello, Fiona. Like, you know, I tell you, they gave us this coursework. I tell you, and you're like, okay.
You first be like, first call your mother.
Like, things keep coming. Center.
I know, like, right? Like every now and then, they never get done at once.
Like, oh my God. By the time you complete your house,
yeah.
Oh God.
Now you're already old.
It takes a strong woman. Like, now really we ladies, like, you leave home, you're like, everything is going to be okay. Like, you know.
Yeah, like I want to be able to take care
of my family. You even don't want to call home to ask for help.
First of all, you can't even call because you're trying to show them like, already you left, you're like, man, I'm going into adulthood. You forget that. I think you don't want to show them that, man. Like then you have to show them that, wow, I'm a strong woman. I'm made for it. You know, sweetheart. Another thing about adulting that constantly shocks me till date is the endless bills, you guys.
Oh my God. About the bills.
Okay, now fine, you have your couch.
You have
your curtains. Now you've started sleeping properly. Well, yeah. At the end of, and
leave alone that you're like, you pay 3 months and nowadays you have to pay security. Yeah. You're like, that's another thing. Thank God I've paid my 3 months.
So I'm going to buy things during the 3 months.
Yeah, like a 3 month thing. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to buy. Yeah, I'll be saving money. I'll be buying this and this.
Shock on you.
Before you know, the
1
3
month
months
down.
are done.
And you haven't even added like a stool.
A stool.
Like, or back a gas cylinder, something like that into the house.
Remember, you have food bills. That's one. You have yaka.
Ugandan yaka. Umeme. Government.
It's funny. You know when you're setting up your house, you want to have every appliance. Like,
I need to have a cooker. I need to have
You're like,
a washing machine.
This has to be in my house. So you pack them. Your brain is like, pack them, put them in the house.
I know, right?
So man, yaka comes. Yaka, you're like, I think I'll put like a 10K. Want it to be enough?
Yeah, when you just start,
you're like 10K. But at home we used to spend a lot. Like, mom used not to. You know, you used not to.
You spend a lot of power.
Remember, at home you don't get to see the bills.
Yeah, that's very true.
You don't get to see the bills.
100% true. But you just see things getting done for themselves. You're like, oh, okay, today we have meat. Okay. You never get to know where that meat has come from. So for
yourself, you're like, you try to be economical. It's like, okay, 10K will be enough. Let me just put 10K.
Yeah.
For now, it will do for me. So you put 10K. Week down. Tudu. That's alarming.
That's alarming. Like, sister, it is about time to pay.
You look at it's like, it's at 4:15, 14 there. It's okay.
Let me add that guy.
No, you'll be like, that's enough for now. I'm going to now minimize if I.
How many days are left?
That's like, how many days? I say, it's on that 7th. I was like, how comes like 10K cannot even go for like 2 weeks or like. In terms of being over ironing, I think I've been the fridge.
I've been over ironing. That is so true. You start looking at the yakameters,
and you're like, okay,
what's
now
happening?
I think the fridge will go on at night.
That's strategy. This is really true, you guys. It's not even a joke. For some of you that could be thinking it's a joke. Like, it is live. So true. You go to the washrooms.
Oh God.
Tissue is done. Toilet paper. Your toothpaste is done. You're like, Jehovah. Then you're like, okay.
Adulting is not
Let me just go and maybe make an egg. I am so hungry. I don't even have a meal. But I have 2 eggs left. Let me go make eggs.
Just pause there, sister.
Sweetheart.
Okay, I had the worst experience. I come back from work very tired. And you're like, okay, I'm going to, when I reach home, I'm going to fry Irish. I'm going
Yeah.
to do greens. Like, you reach and you're
Yeah.
like very confident.
You
Like,
know?
gas is there.
Hey,
Like,
right?
gas has to be
You
there.
haven't even thought
I
about
even
that.
don't,
Gas is
you don't
just
even
there.
think
Yeah, you don't
about
even know.
that.
You're like, ah,
So I reached home. I peeled my Irish, did the ingredients, did my greens. Like you've
you
cut
know, present them
everything.
well. I know.
Then
Onions, tomatoes,
uh-huh.
vegetables, everything is
Shoo!
ready.
You lit the gas. It's there. You put the saucepan. You start frying. I fried because I fried like
You fried and the egg was not fried.
I fried the Irish. I put everything after like we even put in water.
Auntie Dad,
And guess what?
you didn't hear shh.
And I'm
Instead of
like,
hearing,
I'm not hearing any noise from the kitchen.
kumbe. Gas is done.
And it was around 8 p.m. So I go, I check. I'm like, oh my god, gas
Gas
is done.
is done. Which day of the month is this?
We are talking
20
about 14th there.
Jehovah Jireh.
So I'm like, yeah, but this gas, why didn't you tell me that
I
it's
know,
going to
right?
get done? I've spent every last
Yeah.
penny. I've paid every bill. And I'm running only transport. And even
yeah.
transport is it's also not enough. You're like, okay.
And you must eat.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, what do I have in my house? What can be a supplement?
Like a mango.
So-
That you had some.
Shan, I wasn't getting rid of my Irish.
So what did you do with
So, lucky enough, I had a rice cooker. And I'm like,
kid me?
guys, I had to get my rice cooker. I was like, okay. I poured my Irish in this the saucepan for the rice cooker. I was like, okay, let me see how it gets.
Adulthood is that bad? Even thinking about putting Irish in a rice cooker because it's the easiest. Yeah.
And I put I think the Irish in the rice cooker.
Yeah.
And the miracle happens.
It got ready.
Yeah, it did.
Wow, I was waiting to hear maybe the rice cooker broke.
Remember, it kept on saying like it's ready. When
Yeah.
it's not yet ready, I just kept on. You have to get ready. That button.
You kept on increasing it. Osaga, you will
Button
get
for
ready.
cooking. When rice is ready, it goes to warming.
Yeah.
It just kept on.
Increase it.
You have
Increase
to.
it.
Whenever I hear it like doing kuto, I was
You're
like,
like,
you have to get.
you guys, I can't have this. Like, wow.
So that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
my dinner was ready. I
Yeah.
was like, with greens, you'll
You're
be
like-
cooked the next day.
As long as I have Irish, I can make tea.
I can make tea. So
And
I
let's just
did
go like that.
I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
So you
wow.
reach in the bathroom like to shower, like your dinner is ready. It's like, okay, let me first go and shower.
Shower and then I come back and eat.
I reached the bathroom. I was like, oh, but the soap got done.
Auntie God.
And I'm like, okay. I was supposed to buy. How did I forget? Like,
I know, and you're already now in the bathroom.
right in the bathroom. I was like, where is the washing soap?
I know you're like, I can't die. After all, it's
I had to
okay.
get the washing soap. I showered. I'm like, yeah. I slept like that. I was like, I wish people
Man,
know what we
I
are
know the
doing. I
stress
wish
of adulting.
And back then at home, you wouldn't shower the washing soap. You're like, that one's for washing.
I know, right?
And you
You're
even
like,
got like, Mom, soap
was
is done. You're like, soap is done, Mom.
But here
and
you
your
are
mom
in
is
the
like, you
house.
can't use the washing. Like, Mommy, no. And you even put on a tantrum. It's like,
Yeah.
Maria Kati.
That reminds us that adulthood will humble you.
It
Whether
does.
you love it or,
Or
not,
not.
it will humble you. Or whether you're a child to the most, okay, I don't know about kids to the most richest people, but somewhere, somehow, you want to be financially independent in your own way.
Yeah, true.
So you have to figure out, and by the way, those moments really teach you a lot. As much as they
True.
teach you how to, like, budget for your
Budget
money.
yes,
When you
true.
have just gotten your
And
monthly salary, you're like, man, so...
And you also get to value money more. You're like,
yeah, that's
back
true.
then you'd be like, money,
Yeah.
money. Like, remember when you're at campus, some of us used to commute, like you're home, you're like, yeah, they have to give you transport, they have to
Yeah.
give you. Even when you used to get money, you're like, oh, sure, you run to the market, like, I have to go shopping, I
buy
have to do like,
pizza.
I have to buy this, I
You
have
know,
to go,
you're just
get
thinking
like a
about-
nice shoe.
But when you're not in your own house,
Guys who are in a vacation, please save.
as if they will live in
I
here.
tell.
I know
Please.
when we were that time. First of all, when you even in Form 6 back, there is a way you don't feel like.
And it's so funny, there's how you get money, you keep getting like little money, like,
I know, because you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're still young, you just come out of school. You know, you feel like the men should take care of me.
True.
I deserve queenly treatment. And they will do that. They will definitely do that at the start.
True,
But the
they
moment you
will.
move out to your own house, sweetheart, you want to have a beautiful glass like this one.
You have to
want
have
to
the
have
nice dresses.
You know?
You have to be on
and they're
point.
expensive. You want to have a skincare routine. And there is social media, by the way, has also added more pressure on it.
It has.
Like you go on Instagram
You
and
say
then you
a bit
find
like,
a young girl that she's already having it all. You're like, Mama,
Mama, what am I doing?
And then somehow you're like, man, I think I'm just living the worst life, but you still have to go through this whole thing by yourself.
Kati. And now there is also like, adulting, when you're still home,
Yeah.
no one tells you like when you're faced with a problem, you're going to find means of solving it minus running to your parents. Like, there's those things whereby parents, when they see us, like when you leave home, they always pray for us to be successful.
That's true.
They always pray for that. They don't want to hear anything like, oh, my child is not okay. Like us, you'll be like, okay, I'm an adult now. I cannot call. I can't call mom to tell her that, mom, I don't have money for transport. I don't have money to buy food in the house. That will frustrate your parents. Be like, our daughter. They're like, and for them, they'll be like,
just come on,
go back home. They're like, the two go back. Will come.
But for some reason within you, you're like, man,
No, you
I
have
really
to be
can't
strong.
go back. I really can't go
And
back.
remember, you work, you get the salary, yes.
Yeah.
You have bills, and
Yes.
even you really want to take care of your family. Like you want your parents to be like, oh, our daughter sent us something this month.
Yeah,
like,
you want them to be proud of you.
Yeah, you want them to be proud. Like, oh,
You want them to know that you're living a good life. Like you're not suffering.
True. And they're like, oh, we brought up a very good girl. Like we raised her well.
Yeah.
She can even as in manage
She
her
can take care,
finances. Like
yes.
she can that's the parents' joy to see a child thriving well.
That's true.
But man, behind the scenes,
Life really happens, and then this is a message to our parents out there that you realize maybe your kids have drifted away from you for different reasons.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not like they want. It's not like they hate you so much. It's just because life is going on. But again, they don't want to come back and bring back the burden.
True.
The parents, yeah. So they somehow figure out their way. They start doing different things.
Yeah, true.
Hustling. You'll even find someone selling onions on the street, but because
just to make meals and you have to try to show your parents like you're really fine,
you're good,
and we really appreciate that because parents, we didn't know what you were going through. Like I remember back then, parents raised more than 2 children.
Yeah, in one
like,
place.
In
That's
one,
true.
yeah, you're like you're 3 siblings, but
How
the
many were you
other
guys?
first we were 4.
Yeah, even if
And it's so funny. Like by the time we were raised, we had bigger siblings who are going to campus.
Yeah.
But then for you're at O level or you're at primary level. Yeah. But still, the parent would find school fees, would do everything, and they used not to complain.
Never.
So we're like, okay.
We never had them complain about it.
If our parents did not complain about taking care of us,
why are we complaining?
Why should we? And then you have little siblings, or like you want to do good for them because your parents were able to raise even other children, your cousins or your what.
That's true.
So like when you get your little sister, like, oh, mom, I want to be with my little sister.
Yeah.
Let her come.
Yeah.
And you lift some bills off her.
That's true.
Like,
but again, sometimes you think about it. You would want you to have your little siblings with you.
Yeah.
But sometimes you think about it, you're like, man, if she comes around,
I don't want her to face this. I don't want her to.
We're not going to have a meal.
Yeah. And
for you, when you're alone, for some reason, you feel like it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, you can go on my
stomach.
Food.
I can have just a bun and tea and I'm good. But then again, when you think about your sibling, you're like, oh my God, it's going to be really, really difficult. I want her to
have this good life. I want her to eat this. I want her to be like she's still home. You want to give her that homely vibe when she's with you.
Yeah.
But you try to make ends meet, man. Adulthood is not easy,
really
but
not easy.
It's what you make it.
Yeah, and it's worth living.
It is.
If you don't go through that situation, then you will never grow up.
Never.
Trust me. That
never.
is really true. I wasn't the way I am now. When I was 20, I was such a crybaby. I was such a crybaby. But again, for some reason, I left home at a young age. At around, I think it was 20. 20 immediately after graduating, like next year. Like, no, I had to go. So there's this hype when you have like a boyfriend, you're like, these guys are making my life harder.
You have curfew.
I know, right? When you're at home, you have curfew. So you're like, now I've grown up, I've already graduated. I have this boyfriend. If I stay here, I might not last long with him. So there's also that kind of extra push.
I remember they also have that pressure, like, I think for you always
Home, they make you feel like you're missing something.
Like, I want to
when
take
you're
you
with-
out, but curfew, you have to be home by 7.
I know.
And
then it
you're
sits
like,
in your mind, and you also start saying, "Oh my god, oh my
Like,
god."
oh my
But
God,
again,
oh
it's
my
a good
God.
push.
It
Sometimes
is, yeah.
I don't being with a boyfriend is leaving home for a boyfriend a good idea.
It is not.
Yeah.
It is not at all.
Yeah.
Because remember, our brains are still young. Like, you've not yet experienced the love thing.
Yeah.
You're going to go like, oh my God, I love this boy. Like, you feel like that's the guy you're going to get married to.
Yeah.
Because that's where all of us, our first loves were like, oh my God, we're going to get married. We're going to have children. He's
Yeah.
going to have a family. He's going to buy this in the house. You're like, so when you're hyped and you go with those hormones, because the
Yeah.
land's pushing you to go,
Yeah.
you're going to go. And I'm sorry to say,
Began.
guys are adventurous.
Yeah, but it's true.
They're going to go. You're going to go. It's like, she left home, and remember, he's also trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it all. It's like, Katie, this girl has left home. I tell back then she was home. She's not to ask me for this.
For these things, yeah.
So when you leave home, you're like, you have to ask him, like, I don't have rent money. I don't have hair money. I don't have,
And then he will start judging you
It's like,
and being
I
like,
thought she was.
that's another annoying part about you guys, by the way. You make us leave our homes and then refuse to take
Our
care of
comfort
us.
zones, where we're called princesses, and then you bring
You
us
know?
like, So a guy's like, I thought she was good. She wants hair. And then the guy is like, I will not invest in her. She's not worth being invested in.
Can you imagine? After you leaving your parents and assuring them how you are an
So then-
adult, now here you are
And you can
with
go
the
back
man.
with your tail in the legs, like,
And you got, first of all, the embarrassment. You don't have to go back home, especially if your parents knew that you had gone for a boy. How do you even come back and undo that?
Like how?
It really humbles you for sure.
Yeah.
So guys, comment down below and let us know how your experience has been with life up until now. Another thing about adulting is, especially as kids in the 90s, born in the 90s, we are somehow confused whether we're adults or we're children. Sometimes we're like, I'm still a child. Like, why am I suffering? There are times when you're like, damn, I'm really old. I don't know if it's just me, but
That's
if
how
you're
it
out there,
feels,
comment
like-
down below and let us know. Like, you 90s borns, how are you feeling about this thing called adulting?
And it's funny.
Yeah.
The millennials, for them, they feel like, when they say like they are big, they feel like they are big.
I know,
they're
right?
still young.
They're
But
still-
for us,
we're like,
I'm still young. I need to stay home.
I know, right?
I need to stay home.
You're
But
like,
when they click like 18, 17, like, Mom,
Damn,
I think
I'm
I
an
can do
adult.
this.
You
Mom,
know?
I can do this.
For us,
I
we're
think
still scared. I think our parents brought us up in such a way that, but what I knew, like there was this kind of
they
a
pampered us so
shielding.
much.
Yeah, there was this kind of my
They
dad
were shielding us
was
from
tight.
the outside world.
Yeah.
Like,
But is it a good thing? Do you think it's a good thing for them to keep shielding us till?
partly it's good.
Yeah.
Because they're going to shield you from the evil of the society sometimes.
Yeah, but
growing
again, I
up,
feel like if you don't experience the evil, then you will never know. It's like when a child is going to catch fire, yeah. Before
let
they
you-
touch the fire,
they
they'll
let
never
you
know
do
that.
it.
Yeah, they'll never know that. They'll keep telling you, no, don't touch. So for you're like, why do they keep telling me not to touch? There's this kind.
it
inquisitive
happens
thing.
like with the 90 kids.
Yeah.
Back then, we didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of social media. We didn't have a lot of,
Yeah, that's true, that's
and
true.
the world was still okay. There was no pressure of like, this homosexuality now, like,
Damn,
there is no,
damn.
we used not to have all those haddocks back then.
Yeah.
So the parent, remember back then, it was the society that grew the child.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, a parent has seen like, homosexuality is there.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, I need to. They
Shield
want
my
their
children,
children
I
like, okay, back then they used to shoot us like, growing up we used to have the things of kidnapping of children.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
Human sacrifices. So parents
remember.
would shield you, like, it'd be like, don't play from outside. You be within the vicinity. But right now, parents are so experiential. Like they want to let their children
Do
and
stuff.
we are the parents now. Remember, we
Yeah,
are the parents.
yeah.
So we're like, first
We
we're
want to be
shielded,
different from
not to
our
be,
parents.
we are
That's
shielded
true.
from this. So I want my child to experience
Experience,
it and
yeah.
know it.
Earlier
Because me, I
on.
was shielded
Shielded
from
from
that,
it, yeah.
and I didn't get to explore myself or my
Yeah.
abilities.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So right now, parents, we are doing it like not in a
The
bad
other-
way.
yeah.
We want our children to explore. They're like, they learn. Oh, this is not good. This is good.
That brings me to another question. Now that parents of now, us, I'm not the parents though. We want our children to be like, just like what you said. But again, I feel like kids are becoming too much with this thing of it's my right, especially the whole homosexual thing.
Yeah.
We're letting kids to do whatever they want because our parents didn't let us do whatever we want.
True.
So
right?
do we need to be a bit strict as well? Do we need to bring in a little bit of our parents' strictness, or should we just let
we
the
don't need
kids
to be strict.
be the way they want?
We have to. One thing we are so funny about, we African parents of African people, it's like we copy, but we don't know what goes behind the scenes. Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, for a white parent, we'll be like, don't do this.
Yeah.
Because when you do this,
you'll get pregnant.
You get this.
Yeah, let's say
and
if
they
you
take their
sex,
children
get
to
pregnant.
yes.
Yeah.
And us, we're going to tell the child, don't do this.
But for us African parents, and
bakusangi. So remember, and children are always inquisitive, like, okay, mommy has told me not to do this.
Yeah.
When I do it, what happens?
So they'll just want to go and do it.
And then you go and do it.
Yeah.
You do it, and sometimes it's like,
yeah,
nothing has come out. Like, hey, okay, let me keep doing this.
Another thing about adulting, guys, if you do not work, if you're lazy, and kids of nowadays are really lazy. Like someone just wants to wake up, be on Netflix, and somehow money pops into their account.
And it's so funny nowadays. We women, would love to work. We love to work so much. That's true.
That is true. And nowadays, guys, mama, thank God you brought up that point. There was a time there's a guy that told me, Shan, for me, where I have reached, if a girl cannot pay my rent for a month, I am not dating her. I was like, what? Since when did we get there? Like, when? How?
Guys, what are you doing? Like,
I think it also goes back to how much they have empowered women.
Yeah.
Like, they have over-empowered women to the point that women have really gotten up there and forgotten the boys.
The boy child,
yeah. But again, it's sad, guys. I wouldn't have a problem with paying her.
I have a problem.
No, it depends.
No, Shan, not depending. Darling, not depending.
It depends. If I have the money.
Shan, even though I have the money.
With the words
the Bible says it properly. A man is supposed to provide for a family.
Yeah, but then how about those situations where he's not able to? Let's say he gets an accident and then he has lost his limbs.
Shan, haven't you seen lame people providing for their families?
But would you date a lame guy? Okay, I've deviated from that topic.
That's another topic for another day.
Yeah, that's pretty sure, because I'm looking at it
it's another topic for another day.
Please, my guy, don't get lame. I'm not sure I'll stay. I'm not sure. Yeah.
But
I'm sweating.
Guys, nowadays they want to work.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not a good habit. It's not a good vice in kids of nowadays. You guys need to wake up and go and work. There is beauty in being financially independent, guys.
Yeah.
Very, very. There's a lot of beauty. Yeah. Whereby you don't have to stress some random guy out there. Timanya, you don't have money for nails. Have that come at least have percentage, cause
true. And adulthood is like,
it's
so funny. Like when these little children look at you, they're like,
I want to be like Auntie Jose.
Yes, because they think they have this picture, and adult is supposed to be knowing everything they're doing. Yeah, supposed to be on point.
Oh yeah,
supposed to have everything figured out.
Yeah. Kumbe, you're also still figuring your way out.
You're there, trying to,
I know.
And remember, you have people looking up to you.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you adult bulungi.
You adult faster than your age.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, anyone can be an adult, I'm sorry to say. Okay.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's very true.
There are children who grow up very fast.
Yeah, that's true. Some kids really became adults at a very tender age.
Now look at a child who has lost both parents at a tender age and has siblings they have to look after.
Yeah,
that person is going to grow up with a mental like very, very fast. Yeah. And the brain is going to be thinking very, very fast. Like, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. And
like,
funny thing is, the way God does his things, those people always thrive.
Yeah.
And they always
It's because succeed. They also showed God that they're always going for it.
That you have,
vis-a-vis the lazy kids. I've heard that song, Pastor Wilson Bukembe, where he was like, Katonda womuna
kwa
yeah. Because there is always that drive, like they want to do better things.
And remember, they're always focused like, God, I cannot do it, you're going to do it for me.
Exactly.
You have to do
Unlike
it for
the rich kid that is somewhere in a mansion, everything just comes to them. You know,
Yeah.
all they have is TikTok,
Instagram.
and just being there showing off how beautiful they look.
Yeah.
Kombe, brains, nothing. You've never worked, you have no experience, and that's another thing about the job market here in Uganda. If you're not experienced, sweetheart, so how are you going to get experience if you don't work?
Oh.
So you need to push yourself if you're out there.
And it's so funny, when we were growing up, we knew that when I reached this age, you know, we had our goals set up.
Talk about the goals, baby.
You're like,
what were your goals when I reached 25?
Yeah, even before reaching 25.
Yeah.
When I was still in my primary, like,
Yeah.
you know, I was in my P7, we had they brought a motivation speaker for us.
Yes.
So he was like, okay, I want you to sit down. You're in P7, like, I want you to sit down.
Yeah.
You know the world, you know you're going to go outside the world, you know you're going to another level.
Yeah.
I want you to think before you enter secondary, what do you want to be?
And you were like,
Little Josephine sat down. She got her pen and a book. I want to be a lawyer. And
tell me how that is coming. Tell me how that is coming.
And I even had a personality I was looking at.
You were like, yeah.
I have to be like Julia 17. I'm like, I love that lady. She is good, like, you know.
Yeah.
And and he would be like, okay, he would ask us, because they were interacting with us, like, okay, you want to be a lawyer?
So you meet someone that's already in the field, right?
Yeah, they came around. We had very many.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, in case you want to be a lawyer, you know, you have to learn divinity, like CRA.
Yes,
you have to be good at it. You have to be good at English. You have to be good at your history. Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be good at your politics, like, you know. So we went, like, going to school.
Started doing research.
Yeah. So I was like, when I entered secondary, lucky enough, we had political education. Like, you had all those things you were learning.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, my brain was focused. Like,
and the way I know you, this girl can be focused.
I was like,
But
I have to be focused. Like,
Yeah.
I had to learn everything. Like, you know, you're trying to be inquisitive and you have to be on top of your game.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And I was
Here
like,
we are. What are you doing again? She'll keep that for another day.
Yeah.
What matters is we're making
Yeah.
the money.
So you have everything set out.
Yeah.
Like, when I reach campus, I'm going to do this. You know, I had laid out everything. Like, when I reach campus, I'm going to do law.
Yeah.
Like, you've laid out everything.
Yeah.
After law, because by then we're like 4 years, then I'll go 1 year else. Like, yeah, I will do my law. Then when I get out of campus, I'll have a job.
Wait. Oh, you have a job.
Yeah, darling. I was like, I'll
Okay,
have
yes,
a job.
I understand.
And I was like,
that was the dream.
I'll
Yeah.
have a job. Then at 24, I'll be
Get
married.
married. Every girl's dream. I'll get married at 24.
I'll be married.
I'll have my
first child
kids.
by
I did
26. So I was like, okay, by 26, I'll be having my first child.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be a career woman.
For some reason, why is it that for some reason, whenever we're dreaming like that, it ends at when I get children. For some reason,
it's
you never
not-
think about.
No, it happens
After
like
kids.
growing up, Shan. Our
Yeah.
parents, we girls, were
Yeah.
brought up like women are supposed to cater for the family.
Yeah.
And our parents had this thing like a woman's last achievement is marriage.
Yeah, and that was. I
That
don't want to
was-
call it barbaric, but
That was the achievement a woman could stop at.
Yeah.
And they had this thing a woman isn't supposed to work.
yeah.
And they're like, if a
Like,
woman
all they had
works,
to do was to
she's going to
cook.
be in head of her family, her guy, like she's not going to respect the husband, you know.
Yeah, that's
so that's
for
how we
sure.
were brought up. And even when we were little kids, they would buy you dolls,
Yeah.
they'll
Mm,
buy
so-
the guy balls,
cars.
cars, yeah. They'll buy
yeah.
for them cars, for girls, they buy for you dolls.
Dolls to show you that.
And, yeah,
that's
and
once
your
you
mom
get
would be
married.
like, yeah, and your mom would be like, hey, you can start making dresses for the baby, and you
Can
all
you
your life is
imagine?
centered around.
Like looking at it now, listening to it now, I'm like, what? For real, it actually makes sense.
That's how we were.
And you'd also really love the cadol.
The
Oh my God,
cadol,
my cadol
you
has
would
to have-
wash it, and that's like we're catering for babies. Like,
Can
in
you
literally,
imagine?
that's how we're doing. Like,
I'm
catering for a
actually
child.
pissed. Like that's how. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So growing up, you're like a woman. So that's where our thinking
Ended.
Like
That's
when I
really
get a
true.
job, and when I get married, I have
That's it.
children, and that's the end of. You
Now
know?
here you are, 25 years later.
Yeah.
You're not married. You don't have
don't
a
have a-
child.
you don't have
You
a
don't even have
boyfriend.
Thank you. Valentine's has gone. We didn't have boyfriends.
You are the flower of yourself.
Thank you. You bought your own flower. You're like, yeah, I can buy myself flowers.
Yeah.
And you bought them. Now you're here. You don't have all those. What
don't.
advice would you give to someone that is out there that has also had these dreams?
It's good to dream,
Yeah.
and some dreams are attainable. when you put in, when you're focused, you
Yeah.
have the passion, you have the zeal. It's good to have you set up your objectives and goals.
Yeah.
But when you don't achieve them, don't lose hope. You're not supposed to lose hope.
That's true.
Always, you have to always pick up yourself, do better. You're like, when I did this, this came out and it wasn't good. So you just have to always be on your toes, trying to find out what you have to do next, what you do next, what you do next. And in the end, you always achieve it.
Yeah, you always
even though
win.
you don't achieve what you had set out to, but you always get a better result.
Yeah.
And you don't need to give up. It's good to have dreams. It's good to have set up goals, because goals guide us.
Yeah.
They
give us
They give us
direction.
direction. Like, you're supposed to take this, do this, do this. If you want to be a doctor, of course, you're not going to be like. If you want to be a doctor, you're not going to be on Instagram all the time. Like,
Exactly. Like how?
like how you're going to be, researching. You're going to be next to nurses. Like, try to ask them how do they do it. Like, you're
Yeah, and
going
be
to-
open-minded.
Yeah, you have to, and don't be
very,
stuck
very-
to one thing. Like, I want to be a doctor,
And then keep it
and
at
keep
that.
it at that.
Yeah.
You have to open your mind.
Try
Like, be
out other
ready
things.
to explore other venues.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're stuck to that,
Don't limit yourself. In other words,
Yeah.
just don't limit your mind. Don't limit. In fact, don't even limit God.
True.
Because every time you say, I only want to be a doctor, it's like you're limiting God. What if God wanted you to be an
wanted to be
engineer?
something else.
You know, what if he wanted you to be a preacher? What if he wanted you to
True.
I don't know. What if, what could give him direction? Yes, you want to be a doctor, but then be open to
Yeah,
anything
be
else that
open
could
to
come up.
anything. Yeah, true.
Yeah. I hope you guys have really loved this episode. We have this experience, rather. We have really tried our best to give you guys a picture of how
Yeah,
adulting
true.
is. It's really not easy, but when you get there, it is beautiful, definitely.
And everyone walks a different journey.
That is true, 100%.
Don't look at your friend who has succeeded like, I have to succeed like how I have to do things like the way she did it.
That's true.
Don't copy someone.
Yeah. God
Yeah.
has different purposes for all of us.
True.
Yeah. Some of us didn't even think we would have such platforms, but here we are. I mean, who else could be if not God,
And it's always good to take the highway,
Yeah, of
Sometimes
course,
take the
of
shortcut,
course,
eh?
of course.
You may look
Shortcuts.
at someone who is successful, like, man, Shan has done like, I
You
think I
know?
can do. You don't know how Shan has maneuvered to reach that
You
stage.
don't know that Shan slept in a police barracks. Her father is a police officer.
You don't know how she has to
Yeah,
reach where she is.
exactly.
And for you want
You
to
just
be like,
see her when she has already reached
a
somewhere.
stage.
You're just seeing pictures,
and
first
it's
of
so
all.
funny, like,
Yeah.
just like the way social media is lying
Portraying.
to us.
Yeah, it's
No one
clearly-
is going to put their dirty laundry
True.
on social media. No
True.
one is going.
No one
to
would
do
even
it.
want. Would you go online and start watching someone crying?
Shan in the car.
So no one is showing the
So
parts
they
when
won't
they're
show
hustling.
you even when they are successful, they'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did like this, like, it's not easy. They'll not give you the background of how
The
they
insight
the
itself,
insight of
unless you
it.
were there in their lives.
Yeah,
Like for
you
people
saw
that have
how it-
seen you grow, of course, can
Yeah,
see the
you're
hustle
like,
that you've been through.
yeah, it
But
wasn't
these
easy.
other people, it's just background noise for
yeah,
sure.
true. They're just back. You never succeed in someone's shoes. You
Never.
just have to take
Their
get your
shoes are theirs
and-
alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just like someone may leave a job
Yeah.
and they either resign or
Yeah.
they choose to retire. You're not going to fill up the shoes that person has left.
Yeah.
You're going to
you'll
also
bring
do
up-
better.
Yeah.
You're just going to try and copy and see how was she able to do this. You also try to put it in your own work ways.
Yeah.
And you're also going to be a different person from the other person.
Yeah.
And you remember you want to look to stand out.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
like,
everyone wants to stand
Shan
out.
was this, Shan left, and everyone is. We always have pressure. It's like, Shan was this, Shan used to do this,
So I also
and
need to do
We
this.
need to stop comparing.
That is 100%
Like
true.
there's a way it affects
It
someone.
hinders you from even exploring
Like,
your
okay,
own-
someone's, you try to be like, Shan used to do like this. Why are they telling me? Am I going to be able to succeed? And you're like,
it hinders you from exploring your
Yes,
own
your own-
opportunity,
true.
your own, what are they called, potentials.
yeah,
Try
like,
to be free and be like, this such and such a person did this.
I
For me,
can
I'm
also
going to
do
do it.
better.
Yeah, I can do better. I can do something different in that very line. You don't have
someone
we're
might
not
have
the
left a
same.
legacy, but you can also leave your own legacy.
Thank you. I
And-
mean, there is enough room for all of us to leave legacies. God
Sure.
has given us this whole universe to do
Sure.
different things. So, no pressure. Do whatever you have to do, but don't get pregnant at an early age.
And adulting is very good. It's very good
Yeah.
when you get your life sorted out. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about like, I'm going to be able to close for myself that door. I'm going to be this. Sweetheart, you're going to reach in that house.
Yeah.
And you're like, I wish I had people around me.
Yeah.
There are those times whereby you're in the house alone,
And you're
like
lonely.
you've achieved everything, like
Yeah, like
you
I have
still
everything
need
I dreamt about.
you're like I'm missing out something.
Yeah.
Don't shut out your family,
Yeah.
don't shut out your friends, and you have to save the friends you get. There are those who come to
But
empower
again,
you.
sometimes you don't know.
Shan, there are
Sometimes
some signs.
sometimes you're not sure.
Who is the
Okay.
right one? Who is the
Yeah.
Shan? There's someone who will come at your home. It's like, Shan, you should have bought something better. Like, someone who's like, but your sofas are not that good.
Those
bitchy,
people,
like,
just tell them go and get your own house and put the sofas that you want.
that you want.
By the way, you need to be very clear about the things you like. If you know you like purple, you like
Please
red,
don't stick to
that.
friends thingy
Exactly.
views,
Like take what you love. Yeah. Someone should have told me this when I was here. Like when you're in your own house, try to make sure
Make your own
everything
rules.
you love. In fact, you love every little thing,
Everything you
however small it might be.
Because it's your sweat.
It is exactly,
is.
and I mean it's your own. Like for some reason, it's your own vision. Like
Yeah,
there are
just like-
things that you look at and you're like, wow,
No, I'm
I
doing
really
this.
love this.
Yeah. Just
Do
like
things
when you are
because
at
you
your
love
home.
them. Yeah.
Even they were to complain, Daddy, I don't want this. This looks ugly.
Is it yours?
Do you even have the guts of saying like
I
that?
have those
This is
things
not
of Daddy.
good.
No, we don't have a flat screen. Go and
Go
get
and
yours.
buy
My father will be like, when you get your house, you will
put
get yours.
everything you
And you will
want.
shut up. Yeah. So as an adult, just take that in mind. Like try to do things by yourself.
Be original.
Thank you. That's the best word. Just be original.
Be original.
Don't try to be like someone else.
True,
Just be yourself. Be you.
True.
And just explore that. There is
Yeah.
beauty in you being solid about yourself. Yeah. I think we've said too much. We have really spoken a lot. You guys should give us your comments down below for you who are watching on YouTube.
Yeah,
And for those on the podcast platform, just tap the plus button that you see right there to join the family. And yeah, we're going to enjoy this whole experience.
I hope you've had the best time with us.
I
I
know.
hope you've enjoyed.
Thank you so much for coming, Jose. Thanks for
Aw,
all those
thank you for
beautiful
hosting
words. Some things we're saying, and I'm like, she's actually speaking to me. I'm an adult, but some things are
And
literally.
they like speak directly to me.
Yeah, but thanks for coming on the show. We
Thank
love
you
to have
for
you here. Thanks for
hosting me.
episode 1, for experience 1.
I
We
know.
can't wait to have you again over
I'll
and
be
over
happy.
again. Yeah.
I'll be happy.
She has really beautiful words for you guys that have listened to the very end. And yeah, until next time, would you love to say something?
See ya.
Oh, yes. And follow me on Instagram at Ishagi Shan, TikTok, Ishagi Shan, everywhere Ishagi Shan. And where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's Fifi Josephine.
Yes.
Facebook, Fifi Josephine.
Yeah.
For
Share
now,
the
there.
gospel and let people get to know
Yeah.
that there is an experience called Ishagi Shan's experience. Until next time, guys, we love you.